Welcome back to Double Fries No Slaw. You've probably already seen this, but I've actually spoken with a ton of you who haven't yet. So we'll jump right into it. Coach Gruden, former Tampa Bay Buccaneer coach, former coach of the Raiders, former coach all over, has unboxed a couple of boxes from FSU. He posted that on social media. It was the coolest thing that I saw this week. I loved it. So let's watch it together and then we'll talk about it.
Hey, Jake, look at this one, man. This is the heaviest box we got. It's from the Florida State Seminoles. Florida State, some of my favorite players I've ever coached come from Florida State. And one of the best people, the greatest coaches of all time that I have in the FFCA.
That's cool that it's a personalized, that is cool. A personalized message from Coach Bowden there. I didn't notice that when I first watched it.
Bowden is the man. God! Every time Bobby Bowden said, hey, Brad Johnson's a great quarterback, I listened to him, and we won a Super Bowl. Derek Brooks is a great linebacker. Damn right he is. Leroy Butler, Green Bay Packers when I was there. Hall of Famer. Terrell Buckley, work done. I mean, these guys I got to coach. All because of Bobby Bowden. Whew. God, I got juices pumping. Forget about prime time. Deion Sanders. How about Xavier Rhodes? How about Derwin James? How about this knife? How about Jalen Ramsey? How about the secondary that they had at Florida State? Whew, I got to be careful here.
His energy is phenomenal.
Oh, God. Florida State Seminoles. How about Snoop Minnis? Remember that receiver? How about Jameis freaking Winston and Chris Winkie winning Heisman trophies? Did you know I coached the Raiders at one time? And my receiver coach was Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff. Where do you think he went? And then my favorite movie of all time. Ask me, Jake, what is it?
What's your favorite movie?
The Longest Yard, the original, starring Burt Reynolds. Where did Burt Reynolds go? Florida State. You know how I listen to a lot of classic rock? And you know who one of my favorite classic rock band is? It's The Doors. Lead singer, Jim Morrison. You know where he went? Florida State. Is this the greatest iconic helmet of all time? Look at this. Look at these little hatchets on the back. Andre Wadsworth, Corey Simon, Timmy Jernigan, Bulware. Think of the guys they had on defense. I mean, good Lord. There's another helmet. No wonder it was so healthy. Look at this. Anquan freaking Bolden. Did you ever see the block he made that put him in the playoffs in San Diego when they beat the Chargers on 4th and 36? Nobody would have done that but Anquan Bolden. This is an iconic freaking brand. Florida State. Look at this. Go get Bobby, will you? We got Bobby here. Who's your favorite team?
The Florida State.
What do you think of that? Hold that. Here. What do you think of this?
Unbelievable.
What do you think of Mike Norvell bringing the Noles back? You love it,
Let's go,
don't you?
baby. Let's go.
What do you think of that?
Oh, my gorgeous.
What is the school color exactly? Tell me.
Garnet and gold, baby.
Garnet and gold. This is a great. Look at this. Here, hold that high and tight. Look at these. Look at this stuff we got. I mean, how about this? Number one. This is freaking phenomenal.
That'll totally fit.
I gotta tell you, it's from the equipment staff, and that's one of my favorite hats right away. The shoes, look at that.
These are unbelievable.
What size shoe do you wear?
Definitely two left shoes.
Just too bad. Too bad.
Bro, he is hilarious. Like, I mean, he's such a showman. Too bad. He keeps them for himself.
Don't fit you. Look at the wristbands. And then they got the gloves. Oh, I mean, put those on. Let's see if they don't make a difference. I mean, you know Walter Jones playing left tackle for the Seattle Seahawks? He could come out of his stance right now better than the guys that are in this draft. God, did he put some tape out there for people to see.
Jesus.
How about Dalvin Cook, Sammy Smith, freaking, even Cam Akers. I mean, the amount of running backs, Amp Lee. Look at the people here. You know, Terrell Buckley, he's probably laughing right now looking at me holding this gear. I mean, hell, I might even go listen to some Rita Coolidge. She went to Florida State.
Wow.
Look at this.
Look at this stuff.
Can you imagine?
I love that. I love that hoodie. I've got that.
Imagine having all this stuff here. What a, There's so much stuff here. We're going to have a freaking, let's do it, Bobby.
Along with me, in tune. Oh.
Oh! Brian Burns, Jamal Reynolds, Paul McGowan.
Oh, we need more tempo.
Oh!
There it is. You got it.
Lawrence Dawsey, Ron Lewis. I mean, I got to put some gear on.
Let's go, baby.
Let me see those gloves.
Catch for Tommy Castellanos next year when we got him in
Here.
camp. Oh, yeah. I can
Look it in, Bobby. Look it in. Very nice. Very nice. What do you think of this guy? Whew.
This is my grandpa. Bobby Bowden.
Let's go, Coach Norvell. Let's go, baby. Let's go, Noles. God dang, I feel like Charlie Ward, baby. I feel like Burt Reynolds. Hey, bring that other box in here, Bobby. Bobby, you don't wear the helmet all day.
Oh, can't help it. I can't help
This is from the Florida State baseball team. And you know Mike Martin, one of the great managers to ever manage anything? Over 2,000 wins for the Noles. And my friend Tony La Russa went to Florida State. Great manager, Hall of Famer. And Bruce Bochy, world champion manager, all went to Florida State. Look at this. Here, Bobby, read this. What's it say with some enthusiasm?
Florida State Athletics. From Coach Link Jarrett and Florida State baseball staff, we appreciate a top-notch football guy when we see one, but we certainly believe we can bring some elite commentary into the world of college baseball. We hope to see you in Omaha. Nolmaha.
This is where Dick Hauser played.
No
This is the greatest yes ever. I'm cross-trained, man. What the? Look at the shoes. More shoes. I mean, Buster Posey played for the Noles. I know that.
Bro, who opens a shoebox like that? Gruden might have he might have taken something this morning before he did this.
You gotta be kidding me. This is Brad Johnson. We would have never won a Super Bowl without the bull. But for us to get that's great. How about these baseball hats? Look at that.
this.
Look at that. I mean, look at
The
this.
Heritage Blue.
Would you look at this?
Oh, my
baby?
God.
This is so freaking smoking. Look at that.
The Diamond.
You know,
my
J.D. Drew, the
Oh, my
Florida
goodness.
State Seminoles, man. I mean,
Shane Robinson, who I played with on the Carrollwood Cardinals. Shout out.
Look at this. I can hear Gene Deckerhoff calling it right.
I played baseball. I was pretty damn good. I just couldn't play at Florida State, football or baseball, but I'm a big fan now. Let's go, Knowles. Go ahead.
I'm gonna hear you when it was.
Come on.
Oh, it's the bass. Here we go.
I hate the Kansas City Chiefs, but I love the Knowles.
They don't know how to do it.
All right, his energy is phenomenal. Obviously, a good move by Florida State, both football and baseball. For them to both do it, that's a really good job. Like, their PR at times, you kind of question some of the things that come out. And I know that, there are times where we're in a bad mood or annoyed at this or this gets said or that. This is a good move to do both. And this is one of the longer ones that Coach Gruden has done. Like, he's done a bunch of these. And so, number one, good on Florida State for jumping on this train. They've got so much gear and crap from Nike that this doesn't, it costs them nothing to do. Get your brand out there, get some positivity, get some good things going. A good move by them, but an especially good move by getting the baseball stuff involved too. Gruden's recollection, it's so cool because you can tell that it's not like he didn't go to Google and put in like, give me your top, 50 players. Like he's naming guys that wouldn't necessarily come up on a list. Like the way that he remembers, who Burt, I mean, obviously everybody knows who Burt Reynolds is, but how he names, the rock guys and names Brian Burns and names Cam Akers and got all the way back to like Sammy Smith. And then obviously the guys he coached, I think there were 4 Seminoles on that Super Bowl winning team. Derrick Brooks won the NFL Defensive Player of the Year. Dexter Jackson won the MVP. Brad Johnson was the quarterback, and I think Greg Spires was on that team too. And if I'm forgetting anybody else, hit the comments and let me know who. But yeah, the way he recollects and recalls this one and that one, and it was so cool to see as new guys started to come into his mind. And obviously, he mentioned the baseball guys with Buster and 11 and JD Drew and Tony La Russa and all these guys. It was so cool to watch him just geek out over it. And I'll say this: Gruden gets really excited if you've watched other ones of these on all of them. Right? He's so appreciative. He's so thankful. Everyone's gear looks good, right? Unless there's orange on it, right? But it's cool to see him get excited, and he's so appreciative. But he certainly ratchets it up a notch when it's a brand like Florida State, right? I think there are brands in college football that just stand out above the rest. Ohio State is an iconic. Texas is an iconic brand. USC is an iconic brand. I hate them, but Miami's an iconic brand, right? Like from the past. And Florida State is certainly in there. The Garden Gold, the Osceola, the interlocking FNS for baseball. So cool to see him truly geek out. He's like a little kid. Like he is truly like a little kid opening up presents on Christmas. And hats off to Florida State for sending this, Coach Gruden for featuring it. This was like the longest one that I've seen him do. Most of these are just a couple of minutes long. This was like a 7-minute box reveal. And the amount of gear that was in there is absolutely ridiculous. Listen, this isn't a full-on shout-out or ad read or anything, but like, all of that stuff is available at garnetandgold.com. So you can go there and use code NOSLAW for 15% off. But if you saw anything in that video that you liked, you can go there and you can grab it. I love the garnet hoodie with the gold sleeves. I've got that. I've worn that on here a couple of times. I know they usually can't see my arms, but that is one of the cooler things I have. I see Coach Almeida wear that all the time during softball games. It's lightweight enough to where you can still wear it at most times, right? I probably won't wear it in July, but it's pretty workable and I like it a lot. So Garnet and Gold has most of that stuff that we just showed you. Again, I hadn't really planned on doing a full-on ad read, but if you saw something you liked, go get it. But yeah, this was really cool. This was the best thing I saw this week. I love the way that he was recalling players, and it is truly a reminder of how many just insanely talented players that Florida State's had, from Charlie to Jameis to Winky to all the way back to Burt Reynolds and Coach and Dion and obviously Coach Bowden, Coach Martin, Buster, JD, La Russa. Like, it is ridiculous the talent that's come through here. To remember, I love Snoop. We've had Snoop on before, and we have seen him several times in Tallahassee over the last few years. I love that he mentioned him, right? Like, I love that he mentioned Bullware and Brian Burns. Even I mentioned him a second ago. Obviously the headliners of Dalvin and different guys. So yeah, this was really, really cool. It was awesome to see this. And for those of you that hadn't seen it yet, hopefully you enjoyed this. Make sure that you're locked in and subscribed. We'll do more stuff like this. We'll do more reactions. And you should certainly be following Jon Gruden on Twitter or Instagram or wherever, because all of these none of these unboxings are going to be this good. Like, this will be the best one that he's ever done, but they're all still really good. And he does them quite often as more and more programs send him stuff. So go check him out too. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Something a little bit different for the end of the week. We'll talk to you soon. Go Noles.